Your dog is not just watching you right now. They are reading you, scanning you, processing information about your body, your emotions, and your health that your doctor would need a laboratory to detect. And they are doing it silently, effortlessly, in real time, while lying on your couch looking like they are thinking about absolutely nothing. What if I told you that the animal you share your home with knows things about you that you have never told anyone, things you do not even know about yourself yet? In this video, we are uncovering 7 deeply strange, scientifically documented things your dog can sense about you. Pay close attention to the final one. It will stay with you long after this video ends. If you love dogs and want to understand them the way they deserve, subscribe right now. Every week we go deeper into the science of this bond. It goes much deeper than you think. Now let's begin. Number 7, they smell your fear. Literally, you have heard it 1,000 times. Dogs can smell fear. And every time, you probably filed it away as a figure of speech. A vague metaphor for nervous people acting differently around dogs. It is not a metaphor, it is chemistry. When your body experiences fear or anxiety, it triggers a cascade of responses. Your heart rate climbs, your breathing shifts. Your body releases a specific cocktail of stress hormones and pheromones, invisible chemical signals broadcasting into the air around you whether you want it to or not. You cannot fake calm at a chemical level. You can smile. You can stand perfectly still and project confidence with every visible signal available to you, and your dog will still know. Their nose contains up to 300 million olfactory receptors. Humans have around 6 million. The part of their brain dedicated to analyzing scent is proportionally 40 times larger than ours. Your emotional chemistry is not a whisper to them. It is a full-volume announcement. Studies confirm this directly. Dogs exposed to sweat samples from fearful humans showed measurably higher stress responses themselves. They were not reacting to body language. They were reacting to molecules. Your dog already knows what you feel before you have decided how to handle it yourself. Number 6, they know when you are sad before you do. There is a version of grief that never makes a sound. The kind where you are functional, where you show up, answer emails, make coffee, say you are fine. Because it is easier than explaining, and somewhere underneath all of it, something is quietly breaking. The people around you do not notice because you have gotten good at carrying it invisibly. Your dog notices. Dogs have spent tens of thousands of years co-evolving alongside humans. In that time, they developed genuine emotional intelligence, a neurologically supported ability to read the internal emotional state of the humans they are bonded to, not just the obvious signals, the microscopic ones. Your posture shifts when you are sad, even when you are trying to hold it straight. Your breathing changes, your cortisol rises. Your personal scent changes in ways that are imperceptible to every human in the room and completely obvious to your dog. This is why they come. Not because they want something from you. They come and press against you and lay their head in your lap with a heaviness that feels deliberate, because it is deliberate. Research confirmed that dogs actively respond to negative emotions with comfort-seeking behavior directed at the distressed person. They are not randomly affectionate in those moments. They are responding to a specific signal with a specific intention. When your dog finds you in a quiet room and refuses to leave, they already knew before you sat down. Number 5, they sense genuine versus fake. Here is something that should make you think twice about every person your dog has ever refused to warm up to. Dogs cannot be fooled by performance. Humans are extraordinarily sophisticated social actors. We smile when we do not mean it. We project warmth while feeling none of it internally. We present one thing while being another entirely. And we are largely very good at it. Your dog sees straight through every layer of it. When someone approaches with performed friendliness, the right words, the right smile, but their body chemistry tells a different story, your dog receives both signals simultaneously. They do not give the benefit of the doubt. They do not decide the surface presentation is more convenient to accept. They trust the chemistry every single time. This is why certain people walk into a room and every dog gravitates toward them immediately, not because of visible technique, but because their internal state is genuinely warm and the chemistry matches the presentation. And it is why other people, charming by every human measure, find that dogs consistently keep their distance without explanation. Your dog has been running a silent background check on every person who has entered your life. If your dog never fully accepted someone that everyone around you loved, sit with that for a moment. Number 4, they detect cancer and disease. This is where science stops feeling like a nature documentary. Dogs have been documented in controlled clinical studies detecting cancer in human patients with accuracy rates that have stunned the medical community. Lung cancer, breast cancer, ovarian cancer, detected not through imaging or blood work but through scent alone. In one landmark study, trained dogs detected lung and breast cancer from breath samples with sensitivity above 90%. In another, a dog repeatedly nudged a specific mole on its owner's body with an insistence the owner found strange. That mole was diagnosed as malignant melanoma. The dog had been trying to communicate something for weeks before the diagnosis. Cancer cells produce specific volatile organic compounds released into the breath and skin of the affected person. To a human nose, completely undetectable. To a dog, as distinct as a signature. Your dog has already memorized your scent completely. Any shift caused by illness or abnormal cellular activity registers to them immediately as a deviation from your personal baseline. Some dogs alert directly. Some express it as unusual clinginess around a specific area of the body. Some simply watch more closely and stay nearer than usual. How many have been trying to tell us something we were not listening for? Number 3, they predict seizures before they happen. This one does not have a complete scientific explanation, and that honesty matters. What we know is this. Dogs, some trained, some with no training at all, have demonstrated a consistent ability to alert their owners to an oncoming seizure anywhere from a few minutes to 45 minutes before it occurs. They pace, they whine, they press against their owner and refuse to move. Owners learn to recognize these behaviors as a signal, sit down, move somewhere safe, prepare. The leading hypothesis is scent-based. Before a seizure, subtle biochemical changes occur in the brain and body shifts in electrical activity, changes in volatile compounds the body releases, changes invisible to every monitoring device a person might wear. Not to the dog. There are people alive today because their dog noticed something no machine caught and would not stop communicating it. People who built their entire sense of daily independence around the animal who has never once failed to warn them. We do not fully understand the mechanism. The research is ongoing. But the lives saved are real and not theoretical. Sometimes science catches up to the dog, not the other way around. Number 2, they know you are pregnant before you do. Before the test. Before the symptoms. Before you have whispered it to a single person. Your dog already knows. Pregnancy triggers one of the most dramatic hormonal transformations the human body undergoes. Estrogen and progesterone surge. Human chorionic gonadotropin floods the system almost immediately. Your personal scent, the one your dog has memorized down to its molecular composition, changes in ways subtle to every human around you and unmistakable to your dog. Owners around the world report the same pattern with a consistency impossible to explain away. Their dog changes almost overnight. They follow more closely. They lay their head specifically on the stomach, not the lap, not the legs. The stomach with a gentleness that feels focused and intentional. Some become quietly protective in ways they never were before. One woman described her dog sleeping pressed against her stomach every night for 3 weeks. She thought it was simple affection. Then, she took a test. There are also documented cases of dogs becoming urgently agitated in ways that prompted their pregnant owners to seek medical attention and discover complications requiring immediate care. The dog knew something was wrong before a single symptom had appeared. They were the first to know a new life had arrived. They carry that knowledge quietly until they can no longer hold it alone. Number 1, they sense when someone is dying. I told you the final one would stay with you. Across cultures, across centuries, across every corner of the world where humans and dogs have shared a life, there are accounts of dogs sensing death before it arrives. Dogs who refuse to leave a person in their final hours. Dogs who became distressed before a sudden death no one saw coming. Dogs in hospice facilities who quietly entered the rooms of patients in their final days and remained still and present until the very end. This is not folklore. There is science underneath it. As the body moves toward death, its chemistry changes profoundly. Metabolic processes that have operated the same way for an entire lifetime begin to fundamentally alter. The compounds the body produces change in ways that represent a complete departure from everything your dog has ever known your scent to be. Clinical research has identified specific volatile compounds that increase significantly in the dying compounds a dog's nose would detect with complete clarity. There is a dog named Oscar who lived in a Providence nursing facility whose behavior was documented in the New England Journal of Medicine. He would curl up beside patients in their final hours with a consistency that medical staff eventually treated as a clinical indicator. He was not responding to visible distress or routine changes. He was responding to the scent, to chemistry, to something the human staff could not detect until it was already over. Some dogs stay, not because they were asked, not because they were placed there, but because they sensed what was coming and made a quiet decision that no one they love should face it without them. 7 things. 7 quiet, extraordinary ways the animal in your home understands you at a level that should stop you cold. They smell your fear and grief before you have named either. They see through performance straight to what is true. They detect illness before you feel a symptom. They predict seizures before your own body warns you. They know a new life is growing inside you before any test confirms it. And when life is ending, they stay. Your dog is tuned to a frequency of human experience we are only beginning to understand scientifically, even though it has been sitting in our homes, looking up at us with quiet eyes for thousands of years. Go look at your dog right now. When they look back, they are seeing far more than you have ever realized. Tell me in the comments your dog's name. Has your dog ever sensed something about you before you knew it yourself? I want to read every single one of those stories. Share this with someone who needs to know just how extraordinary their dog truly is.